Imagine standing at the edge of a vast ocean, each wave a day of your life. Behind you, the sands hold the prints of your past steps, some deep and confident, others faint and uncertain. Ahead, the horizon stretches, a boundary between the known and the unknowable. You're here because you sense the potential for something more, a transformation that could redefine the very essence of who you are. This moment, poised between past and future, is where the journey of self-transformation begins. Self-transformation is an expedition not just through the external landscapes of our lives, but through the inner realms of our minds and spirits. It's about questioning who we are at our core and who we have the potential to become. This transformative process isn't just about improving aspects of our lives or developing new skills. It's a deeper, more profound change that involves redefining our values, perspectives, and understanding of ourselves and our place in the world. It's about shifting from a passive state of being to actively shaping our destiny, leveraging our inherent abilities to navigate life's challenges and emerge not just intact, but empowered and enlightened. At its heart, it's driven by the desire for personal fulfillment, a quest to find meaning and purpose in our actions, to align our daily lives with our deepest values, and to cultivate a sense of inner peace and satisfaction, regardless of external circumstances. It's about overcoming the obstacles that life invariably throws in our path, not by avoiding them, but by engaging with them in ways that foster growth, resilience, and a deeper sense of our own strengths and capacities. This journey is both universal and uniquely personal, reflecting the common human longing for growth and self-realization, as well as the individual paths we carve in our pursuit of these goals. But how do we embark on such a journey? The landscapes of psychology and philosophy offer maps and compasses, insights and methods from those who have traversed these territories before us. Thinkers like Carl Jung and Friedrich Nietzsche, Viktor Frankl and William James, Jean-Paul Sartre and many others have explored the vast complexities of the human condition, delving into the mysteries of consciousness, the intricacies of our psychological makeup, and the existential dilemmas of freedom and meaning. Each offers a unique perspective on self-transformation, from Jung's exploration of the unconscious mind to Nietzsche's embrace of adversity as a catalyst for growth. From Frankl's quest for meaning in the face of suffering to James' insights into the power of belief and attitude, and Sartre's existential freedom and the responsibility it entails. These perspectives do not offer a one-size-fits-all solution. Rather, they provide a rich tapestry of ideas and approaches that can inspire and guide us on our own paths to transformation. They remind us that the journey of self-transformation is as diverse as humanity itself, reflecting the myriad ways we seek to understand ourselves and our place in the world. As we explore these philosophical and psychological landscapes, we are invited to reflect on our own lives, to question, to challenge, and ultimately to transform. This exploration is not just an academic exercise, it's a call to action, a prompt to engage deeply with the process of personal growth and to apply these insights in practical, meaningful ways. As we delve into the wisdom of these thinkers, we'll discover not only the theoretical underpinnings of self-transformation, but also practical strategies and exercises that can help us navigate our own journey. Your visions will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes. Carl Gustav Jung, a Swiss psychiatrist and psychoanalyst who founded analytical psychology, offers a compelling pathway to self-discovery and transformation through the process of individuation. Individuation is the journey toward self-realization, a journey on which we come to recognize and integrate the various aspects of ourselves, both conscious and unconscious. It's a profound exploration of the inner landscape, where the goal is not to become perfect, but to become whole, to acknowledge and embrace the entirety of one's being. This process involves coming to terms with our shadow, that dark and often ignored or hidden part of ourselves that houses our fears, weaknesses, and the unacknowledged parts of our personality. Imagine a person who has always strived to be pleasing and agreeable, ignoring feelings of anger or resentment, deeming them unacceptable. This person's shadow might contain a well of unacknowledged anger, or even aspects of themselves they've deemed too aggressive or assertive. Over time, these unacknowledged feelings don't just disappear, they manifest in unexpected ways, perhaps through passive aggression, sudden outbursts, or internal turmoil. The journey of individuation would involve recognizing these feelings, understanding their origins, and integrating them into a more cohesive self-image. This doesn't mean giving in to these emotions without restraint, but acknowledging them as part of the whole self. Through this process, we not only become more self-aware, but also gain a more nuanced control over our reactions and emotions. Jung's concept insists that confronting and embracing one's shadow is not an act of self-indulgence, but a crucial step in personal transformation. This confrontation with the shadow moves us towards greater self-awareness and wholeness, as we begin to realize that our darker aspects are not to be eradicated but understood and integrated. Consider the metaphor of a tree. Its branches can only reach as high into the sky as its roots delve deep into the earth. Similarly, our growth and self-realization are anchored in the depth of our understanding and acceptance of our innermost selves, including those parts we might prefer to keep in the dark. Now, let's transition this concept into a more practical application with reflective questions and exercises designed to foster a personal connection to Jung's ideas. Here are some steps to begin engaging with your inner self and starting the journey of individuation. Reflective journaling. Start by keeping a journal dedicated to self-reflection. Each day, write about the emotions and thoughts you experienced, especially those you found difficult or uncomfortable. Over time, look for patterns or recurring themes. This practice can help illuminate aspects of your shadow and facilitate their integration. Dialogue with the shadow. Engage in a written dialogue with your shadow. This might sound unconventional, but it's a powerful exercise. Write down a question or a thought addressing your shadow and then, without censorship, allow the shadow to respond. This process can uncover hidden aspects of your psyche and create a bridge for integration. Dream analysis. Jung placed significant emphasis on dreams as a window to the unconscious. Keep a dream journal and note down your dreams as soon as you wake up. Reflect on the symbols, emotions, and narratives of your dreams. Consider what aspects of your shadow they might be revealing. Active imagination. This is a meditative process where you engage imaginatively with symbols, emotions, or figures from your dreams or unconscious mind. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and focus on an element from your dream or a part of your shadow self you wish to explore. Allow a dialogue or narrative to unfold in your mind, observing without judgment. Reflective questions. Ask yourself questions that challenge your usual perceptions of yourself. Some examples might include: what qualities in others trigger strong reactions in me? Why might that be? When do I feel most misunderstood? And what does that reveal about my hidden aspects? What am I most afraid of others finding out about me, and why? Through these exercises and reflections, Jung's pathway to self-realization offers not just a theory, but a practical guide to exploring the depths of our own psyche. It's a journey that requires courage, honesty, and a willingness to face the uncomfortable. Yet it is also a journey that promises a profound transformation, one that brings us closer to the wholeness of being that Jung envisioned. As we integrate the disparate parts of ourselves, we awaken to a more authentic and powerful self, capable of navigating the complexities of life with greater wisdom and harmony. What does not kill me makes me stronger. Nietzsche's profound assertion captures the essence of his philosophy on the human condition, struggle, and personal growth. Unlike the common perception that suffering and adversity are merely obstacles to happiness and success, Nietzsche posits these experiences as indispensable to the process of becoming who we are meant to be. Through his lens, the journey of self-transformation is inextricably linked with the trials we endure, the challenges we face, and the resilience we build along the way. It's a radical reimagining of pain not as a foe to be avoided at all costs, but as a potential ally in the quest for self-discovery and empowerment. At the heart of Nietzsche's thought is the concept of the will to power, a fundamental drive that he believed motivates all human action. Far from a simple desire for dominance or control over others, the will to power is an internal force driving individuals to overcome their limitations, to transcend their current circumstances, and to redefine their very essence. It's an incessant push towards self-realization and the actualization of one's potential. This drive is most visible in moments of struggle. When faced with adversity, the will to power emerges as a guiding force, prompting us to confront our challenges, to grow, and to evolve. In this context, suffering and obstacles become not just inevitable aspects of life, but necessary components of personal development and the journey towards self-overcoming. Nietzsche's perspective invites us to reevaluate our values and our responses to life's challenges. In the face of suffering, do we retreat and seek comfort, or do we rise to the occasion, using the opportunity to test and expand our limits? This reevaluation is not a mere intellectual exercise, but a call to action, a challenge to embrace the transformative potential of adversity. It encourages a shift in perspective. Instead of viewing obstacles as barriers to our goals, we can see them as pathways to growth, as the very means through which we can realize our strength and resilience. How, then, can we apply Nietzsche's philosophy to our own lives? Here are some practical steps to consider. Reframe your perspective. Start by changing how you view adversity. Instead of seeing it as a negative force aimed at disrupting your life, try to view it as an opportunity for personal growth and development. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? How can it make me stronger? Set personal challenges. Actively seek out challenges, whether they're in your personal life, your career, or your physical abilities. Setting and overcoming small, manageable challenges can build your confidence and resilience, preparing you for larger obstacles in life. Practice resilience. Develop resilience by exposing yourself to minor stresses and learning to deal with them effectively. This could be anything from cold showers to public speaking, anything that pushes you slightly out of your comfort zone. Over time, these experiences build psychological resilience, making you more adaptable and robust in the face of adversity. Engage in deep reflection. Use periods of struggle as opportunities for deep reflection. Consider what your reactions to adversity say about your values, fears, and desires. Nietzsche's philosophy encourages us to dig deep into our psyche, to confront our innermost fears and desires, and to emerge with a renewed understanding of ourselves and our place in the world. Cultivate self-reliance. Nietzschean philosophy places great emphasis on individualism and self-reliance. Cultivating a sense of independence and trust in one's abilities is crucial. Learn to rely on your judgment and strength, understanding that while external support is valuable, true transformation comes from within. Embrace change. Be open to changing your beliefs, values, and goals based on new insights gained from overcoming obstacles. Personal growth is an ongoing process, and flexibility is key. Nietzsche challenges us to constantly reassess our values and beliefs in light of our experiences, encouraging a dynamic, evolving approach to life. Document your journey. Keep a journal of your challenges, how you approached them, what you learned, and how you changed as a result. Writing about your experiences can offer insights into your process of self-overcoming and help crystallize lessons learned along the way. Nietzsche's call to embrace life's struggles as opportunities for growth and transformation is both daunting and exhilarating. It demands courage, resilience, and a willingness to confront the deepest aspects of ourselves. Yet the reward for this courageous engagement with life's challenges is profound: a sense of empowerment, a deeper understanding of our potential, and the unparalleled joy of achieving genuine self-overcoming. In the end, Nietzsche's philosophy does not promise an easy path, but it does offer a meaningful one, where each obstacle overcome is a step closer to realizing the fullest expression of our being. When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. Viktor Frankl's profound insight into the human condition and our relentless quest for meaning forms the bedrock of his psychological theory, logotherapy. At its core, logotherapy posits that the fundamental drive of human beings is not pleasure, as Freud suggested, or power, as Adler theorized, but the pursuit of what Frankl terms meaning. According to Frankl, life's meaning can be discovered in every moment, even in the most bleak and despairing circumstances. This perspective is not hypothetical, but forged in the crucible of Frankl's own experiences as a Holocaust survivor. His observations during this unimaginably harsh period led him to conclude that those who could find a sense of purpose in their suffering were far more resilient and capable of surviving the horrors they faced. Frankl's theory challenges us to look beyond our immediate circumstances and to find a deeper sense of purpose in our actions and existence. He introduces the concept of the existential vacuum, a state of feeling utterly void of meaning, which he observed as increasingly common in modern society. This state often manifests as a deep sense of malaise, boredom, and even depression, stemming from a lack of direction and purpose in life. Logotherapy offers a way out of this vacuum, suggesting that by actively seeking meaning, individuals can overcome even the most oppressive states of despair and alienation. The transformative power of finding purpose in suffering and the mundane is perhaps best illustrated by Frankl's own story, recounted in his seminal work, Man's Search for Meaning. However, countless other anecdotes further underscore this principle. Consider the tale of a woman who, after losing her husband and child, found new purpose in helping other bereaved parents navigate their grief. Or the story of a man diagnosed with a terminal illness who decided to spend his remaining days advocating for research and support for others with the same condition. These stories highlight a crucial principle: that we may not have control over our circumstances, but we have the ultimate freedom to choose our attitude toward those circumstances. Frankl suggests several pathways to discovering or creating meaning in our lives: through work, by experiencing something or encountering someone, love, and by the attitude we take toward unavoidable suffering. Each of these paths offers a different avenue through which individuals can find a profound sense of purpose and fulfillment. For those seeking to apply Frankl's principles in their own lives, consider the following steps. Reflect on what truly matters. Start by reflecting on the moments in your life when you felt most alive or fulfilled. What were you doing? Who were you with? These moments can offer clues to what gives your life a sense of purpose and direction. Set goals that reflect your values. Create goals that are aligned with your deepest values, not just societal expectations or external pressures. These should be goals that challenge you to grow and contribute to something beyond yourself. Find purpose in suffering. If you're facing a situation that cannot be changed, ask yourself how you can grow from this experience. Can this suffering be transformed into a learning opportunity or a chance to develop strength and compassion? Even the most painful experiences can contribute to our personal development if approached with the right mindset. Engage in acts of kindness. Regularly engaging in small acts of kindness can provide immediate and tangible meaning. These acts remind us of our connection to others and the impact we can have on the world around us. Cultivate relationships. Deep, meaningful relationships are a source of immense meaning in many people's lives. Invest time and energy in building and maintaining relationships with family, friends, and communities. Pursue activities that bring joy and fulfillment. Whether it's through your career, hobbies, or volunteer work, seek out activities that challenge you, bring you joy, and make you feel part of something larger than yourself. Embrace life's challenges as opportunities for growth. When faced with difficult situations, instead of asking, "Why me?" try asking, "What can I learn from this?" This shift in perspective can transform challenges into opportunities for finding new meaning and purpose. Frankl's logotherapy teaches us that the search for meaning is an intrinsic part of the human experience. It's a dynamic process that continues throughout life, evolving as we face new challenges, experiences, and stages of life. This quest for meaning is not only a route to personal fulfillment, but also a powerful antidote to despair, providing the strength and resilience needed to navigate life's inevitable trials. By adopting Frankl's perspective, we open ourselves up to the possibility of transformation, finding deep and lasting meaning in the tapestry of life, with all its pain, joy, and mundane moments. The greatest discovery of my generation is that a human being can alter his life by altering his attitudes. William James, often hailed as the father of American psychology, introduced the world to the concept of pragmatism, an approach that emphasizes the practical effects of beliefs and theories on human life. James argued that the truth of a belief lies in its utility. That is, if a belief works for the believer in a practical sense, it holds truth. This perspective extends profoundly into the realm of personal beliefs and attitudes, suggesting that by changing our foundational beliefs about ourselves and the world, we can significantly alter our reality. James's insight into the power of belief underscores a transformative principle. Our attitudes shape our experiences, our responses to life's challenges, and ultimately the course of our lives. The essence of James's argument lies in the understanding that our beliefs about our capabilities, our worth, and our potential directly influence our actions and behaviors, When we believe we are capable of overcoming obstacles, we are more likely to face challenges with resilience and determination. Conversely, if we harbor doubts about our abilities or view the world through a lens of pessimism, we may hesitate to take risks or pursue opportunities, thus limiting our potential for growth and achievement. Consider the case of a young student who struggles with mathematics. If she adopts the belief that she is inherently bad at math, this attitude may deter her from engaging with the subject, practicing, or seeking help. Her belief becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, as her avoidance and lack of practice only serve to reinforce her struggles. However, if she changes her mindset, recognizing that math skills can be developed with effort and perseverance, she might approach the subject with renewed vigor, leading to improved performance and a deeper understanding. This example illustrates James's notion that our beliefs about ourselves can constrict or expand our possibilities. Further supporting this concept are numerous studies and anecdotes from the fields of positive psychology and self-improvement. One notable example is the growth mindset research conducted by Carol Dweck, which aligns with James's theories. Dweck's work demonstrates that individuals who believe their talents and abilities can be developed through hard work, good strategies, and input from others are more likely to achieve success than those who see their qualities as fixed traits. This growth mindset echoes James's assertion about the transformative power of belief and attitude, providing a robust framework for understanding how altering our beliefs can lead to significant changes in our behavior and life outcomes. Implementing James's principles in our lives requires a conscious effort to examine and, when necessary, shift our attitudes and beliefs. This process can be facilitated through several practical steps. Self-reflection. Regularly take time to reflect on your beliefs and attitudes, particularly those that relate to your self-concept and your perceptions of your abilities. Ask yourself whether these beliefs are empowering or limiting. Challenge negative beliefs. When you identify beliefs that limit your potential, challenge them. Ask for evidence that supports these beliefs and consider counterexamples. Reflect on past successes and accomplishments that contradict limiting beliefs. Cultivate positive beliefs. Actively work to replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Use affirmations, visualization, and positive self-talk to reinforce beliefs in your capabilities and worth. Adopt a growth mindset. Embrace the idea that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. View challenges as opportunities to learn and grow rather than threats to your self-esteem. Mindfulness and meditation. Practices like mindfulness and meditation can help you become more aware of your thought patterns, including your beliefs and attitudes. This increased awareness can be the first step in changing negative or limiting beliefs. Seek inspirational stories. Look for stories of individuals who have overcome challenges and achieved their goals through perseverance and a positive attitude. These stories can inspire you to adopt a similar mindset and approach to your own challenges. By applying these strategies, we can begin to shift our attitudes and beliefs in ways that open up new possibilities for our lives. William James's insight into the power of belief not only illuminates the profound impact our attitudes have on our reality, but also offers a roadmap for personal transformation. By altering our beliefs, we can alter our lives, tapping into reservoirs of potential we may not have believed were within our reach. James's pragmatism, with its focus on the practical value of beliefs, provides a compelling argument for the transformative power of a positive, growth-oriented mindset, underscoring the capacity of each individual to shape their destiny through the power of belief. Freedom is what you do with what's been done to you. Jean-Paul Sartre, a towering figure in existential philosophy, posited that humans are condemned to be free. That is, we are thrust into existence without a predetermined essence or purpose, leaving us with the profound responsibility to define ourselves through our choices and actions. This foundational principle of existential freedom suggests that, despite the external circumstances that shape our lives, each of us has the ultimate authority over how we interpret and respond to those circumstances. Our essence, Sartre argues, is not something we are born with, but something we create through our actions. This view of human freedom is both liberating and burdensome, offering infinite possibilities for self-definition, while also placing the weight of our authenticity squarely on our shoulders. Central to Sartre's exploration of freedom is the concept of bad faith, a form of self-deception or the denial of one's freedom through the abdication of personal responsibility. Bad faith occurs when individuals fool themselves into believing that they have no choice but to act in a certain way, attributing their actions to external pressures or innate characteristics rather than acknowledging them as choices. For example, someone might stay in an unfulfilling job or relationship by convincing themselves that they have no other options, thus denying their freedom to choose a different path. Sartre sees this evasion of freedom and responsibility as a betrayal of one's true nature, as it involves lying to oneself about the reality of one's situation and the scope of one's freedom. The antidote to bad faith, according to Sartre, is authenticity, which involves acknowledging one's radical freedom and accepting the responsibility that comes with it. Living authentically means recognizing that we are the architects of our lives, responsible for our choices and their consequences. This acknowledgement forces us to confront the fact that if we are unhappy or unfulfilled, it is within our power to change our circumstances by making different choices. Embracing this level of responsibility can be daunting, as it leaves no room for excuses or blame. Yet, it is also profoundly empowering, as it affirms our ability to shape our destiny and live in accordance with our true values and desires. To embrace existential freedom and live authentically, consider the following steps. Reflect on your choices. Regularly take time to reflect on your life choices and ask yourself whether they are truly reflective of your values and desires. Are there areas where you are living in bad faith, denying your freedom by attributing your choices to external factors? Acknowledge your freedom. Recognize that in most cases you have the freedom to make different choices. Even in situations where your options are limited, you can choose your attitude and response. Accept responsibility. With the acknowledgement of freedom comes the responsibility for your choices and their outcomes. Embrace this responsibility, knowing that it empowers you to shape your life's direction. Define your values. Understand what is genuinely important to you. Defining your values can guide your decisions and ensure that your actions are aligned with your authentic self. Pursue authenticity. Strive to live in a way that is consistent with your true self. This may involve making difficult decisions or changes in your life, but authenticity leads to a more fulfilling existence. Seek understanding. Engage in continuous self-exploration and strive to understand your motives, fears, and desires. This understanding can inform your choices and help you live more authentically. Embrace uncertainty. Part of living authentically is acknowledging and accepting the uncertainty that comes with freedom. The future is not predetermined, and while this can be unsettling, it is also a space of limitless possibility. Sartre's existentialist perspective challenges us to take full ownership of our lives, recognizing that we are free to define ourselves through our choices. This view of freedom as an active, ongoing process of self-definition encourages us to live deliberately and authentically. constantly reflecting on our actions and their alignment with our true selves. By embracing our existential freedom, we accept the responsibility to create a life that is genuinely our own, free from the constraints of bad faith and rich with the possibility of authentic existence. As we journey through the landscapes of psychology and philosophy, exploring the profound insights of Carl Jung, Friedrich Nietzsche, Viktor Frankl, William James, and Jean-Paul Sartre, a mosaic of self-transformation emerges. Each thinker, with their unique perspectives, converges on the universal quest for self-awareness, the resilience to overcome adversity, the pursuit of meaning, the transformative power of belief, and the embrace of existential freedom. Together they construct a framework for understanding the multifaceted process of becoming our fullest selves. Jung invites us into the depths of our psyche, highlighting the necessity of confronting and integrating our shadow for greater self-awareness and wholeness. Nietzsche champions the strength found in adversity, urging us to re-evaluate our values and harness our will to power as a catalyst for growth. Frankl illuminates the path to finding profound meaning in life, even in the bleakest circumstances, offering purpose as a beacon through suffering. James reveals the profound impact of our beliefs and attitudes on our reality, advocating for the adoption of a mindset that opens doors to new possibilities. Sartre, with his existentialist clarion call, demands that we recognize our radical freedom to define our essence through our actions, challenging us to live authentically in the face of life's inherent ambiguities. This journey of self-transformation is not a passive voyage, but an active engagement with the very fabric of our being. It requires a willingness to delve into our life story, to wrestle with our challenges, and to emerge not just unscathed, but transformed. The journey is fraught with moments of discomfort, uncertainty, and even pain, but these are the crucibles within which our true selves are forged. To embark on this path is to embrace a lifelong commitment to growth, exploration, and self-discovery. It is to accept the invitation to craft a life that is not just endured but lived deeply, richly, and with purpose. As we navigate this journey, let us draw strength from the wisdom of those who have walked before us, using their insights as a compass to guide our way. Let this exploration of psychology and philosophy be a beacon for those seeking to transcend the ordinary, to find harmony within, and to sculpt a life of profound meaning and fulfillment. You possess within you the power to transform your mind and, in doing so, transform your life. May you approach this endeavor with courage, openness, and an unyielding resolve to become the architect of your destiny. It's crucial to remember that the path of self-transformation is uniquely yours. It is a road paved with personal victories and insights, illuminated by the light of your own spirit. Let the stories and teachings of these great thinkers inspire you, but let your own experiences, reflections, and inner wisdom chart your course. You are the protagonist of your own life story, a story that is continuously unfolding, rich with potential for growth, discovery, and transcendence. Embark on this journey with an open heart and an eager spirit, ready to explore the depths of your being and the heights of your potential. The path to self-transformation is yours to walk, and every step, every challenge, and every triumph brings you closer to the essence of who you truly are.